the operations brief for the 26th of May 1940. It is currently 0906
User
mission
joined your
time.
channel.
It will be about 20 past 9 by the time I finish. This is the briefing for 610, 501 and 615 squadrons. Situation basically no change from last night. The BEF is still under siege in Calais. It probably took somewhat of a less of a beating than it might have done if we hadn't been there last night taking out some Stukas, but nonetheless it has had a huge aerial bombardment and a hell of a stonking from the artillery as well. This is not going to get better as the Luftwaffe move their ground attack aircraft closer and closer. It's only going to get worse. Intel, as you know, last evening they used mass repetitive waves of Stukas Ju-88 and Bf-110s as aerial artillery, escorted at a higher level by 109s. This format is likely to continue. This seems to be their modus operandi. Met, some light cloud at 1500 feet, slight wind from the southeast, nothing to really concern us. Mission. Our mission is the same as last night. Our mission is to gain and maintain air superiority over Calais from 0955 to 1025. Execution. 2 squadrons will provide top cover with 1 squadron concentrating on the destruction of the enemy dive bombers. The Hurricane squadrons from the BEF will spawn in at 0920, take off as soon as possible and make best speed up towards Calais. You have a 25-minute transit time. Please rattle on as fast as you can. 610 will spawn in at 0930 mission time, and we will be in the air by 0940 and route direct to Calais. Tasks. 610, exactly the same as last night. We will provide a patrol at 15,000 feet over the town and to the east of the town. We will be no further east than Calais Mark. 615, you will patrol at 15,000 feet also. You will be over the west of the town, no further west than Coquille. Arrive from the west so you don't have to pass through 610 squadron on the way to your patrol location. 501, you're to provide a patrol at 10,000 feet just to the north of the town, in a position where you can easily intercept bombers over the centre of the town and the docks. Try and keep yourself slightly back from our top cover, but in a position where you can actually see the Stukas coming in and then pounce when they do so. 615 and 610, you are to remain as high with the as top cover. You've got a hard deck of 8,000 feet. You're not to be dragged down by the 109s. Do not, as they dive for cover, as they always do. If they dive for cover, they're a soft kill. They're no longer a threat. Let them go. 501, the Stukas are expected in waves between 10,000 feet and 8,000 feet. Try and hit them when they're high and they still have their bombs on. Once they've dived away, again, don't get sucked down, get back up onto station and wait for the next wave to come in and take them out before they drop their bombs. If air superiority is maintained, 615, be prepared to drop lower to engage the waves of bombers as they come in, but only if it's safe to do so. Once again, nobody, I say again, nobody is to leave the immediate area of Calais. That means no further south than the level that Coquille is on. So no chasing, no lone wolves. Let them go, get back up to your station and stay over the town of Calais and keep those Stukas and 109s off. All units are to break contact as safely as they can at 10:25 and then RTB. 615, 501, you've got quite a drag back. Friendly forces. There are Blenheim squadrons on standby to give close air support to the BEF. They are likely to be mixed in with the general melee and not specifically escorted by fighters. Please look out for these chaps, give them a helping hand if you can, and do not shoot them down mistakenly for Ju-88s. I don't want a Battle of Barking Creek on my watch. Also be aware there are Coastal Command Sunderlands in the area carrying out search and rescue and also anti-submarine duties. Same goes for them. They're fairly easy to spot. Don't shoot them down. If you see the Luftwaffe going for them, go to their aid. Locations, no change. 610 are at Hawkinge, 615 are at Grandvilliers, and 501 are at Rouen. Command and control, clearly Wing Commander Spud will be in charge of the force. Comms, as normal squadron channels with whispers from the squadron execs to all squadrons. If we can do a radio check as soon as we get in, to make sure the whispers are working. Bingo fuel 610, that's 10 gallons. The rest of you 15 gallons, enough to get home. Diversion. Be aware there is nothing north of the Somme that is safe to divert to. If you have to divert and you've only got 10 minutes left, make for England. Don't try and get all the way to the Somme. But there is no friendly airfields north of the Somme. So basically, if you get damaged and you don't think you're going to get all the way to the south, then go for probably Hawkinge, I would guess. It's probably the nearest. So that's basically it. Any questions from squadron commanders?
Yeah, 501 here. You say word north of Calais. I assume we're feet wet then.
Yeah, it's really up to yourselves. I mean, what you need to be in is a position that's just out of trouble, so because you're low, but in a position where you can actually see the Stukas and bounce them.
I assume Stukas will be coming from the east-southeast.
They'll be coming from the southeast, yeah. So you just want to be, it's going to be a bit of goalkeeping, really. You don't want to run forwards and get the ball kicked past you, but on the other hand, you need to be in a position where you can see them and pounce on them.
No problem. Cheers.
Good. Okay. Hurricane squadrons. Hang on. Let me just check what the state of play is. Yeah, probably to 22. We should be safe. You've actually got about 6 or 7 minutes before you need to spawn in. It's now 09:12. You've got about 8 minutes if you wanted to have squadron briefs. If you want to disappear off to your various sections. Good luck, and we'll see you above Calais in about half an hour's time.